Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings.
We play to win. Let's go! Hey, ready? 52's the mic. Hey, get me waiting. Check nine, check nine.
On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the screen. Check, ready, go. Check, 52's the mic. Hey, I'm coming. Check.
Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Flowers in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
Watch the whip.
From the gun, Jackson. Going deep downfield for Ross. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. Oh, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And down to the 29-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
1st and 10, stick. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing the ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Check the backer.
Now Rashad Penny. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It's taken to the 26. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Lions will take over.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
How about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves, maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Here we go. Set. 8. Read. Screen. Screen. Watch the screen. Get it.
Now on 2nd and 13. Stick. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it.
Set. 10 logo. 56. I got him. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. We know this offense, they're built around passing the football. That time, the running game didn't suit them so well.
Not so well, but they have to do it every so often. You have to be able to control the pass rush a little bit, make them somewhat hesitant before they come and get your quarterback. At least have the illusion that you have a running game.
Shifts by him. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Here's Stick looking to throw. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
Ready.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here we go, D. All day. Defense all day.
Here's Stick on 1st and 10. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
This quarterback now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's first down. Stick looks to throw. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Von Miller, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Stick back to pass. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
They've had touchdowns on both of their drives thus far, but now they face a third and long. Here's Stick, third and long. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. On fourth down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over first and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it with a first and 10. So that changes things. Here's first and 10 all the way up at the 45. A quick throw now complete to Ross. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Sensational he was last week, over 200 yards. And the simple quote that we saw this week was, keep him in front of us. They're going to have to do that.
And when they say that, it means tackling him after the catch. Because once he makes the catch, you may catch it in front. But if you don't tackle him, he's behind you at that point, and that's how he racks up the big yardage.
And some room to run now. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A first down there on a pickup at 25.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Flushed, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Trey Flowers, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
At the Lions' 23-yard line.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
Check 13. Check 13. Check 64.
From the gun, a give to Penny. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Jackson, option right. He can run for it, and he will. And avoids the contact by sliding. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on third and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
And this is one of those plays that if you can use it to keep the chains moving, it's a good play. And not only that, it tends to tamp down the pass rushers because they have to recognize this play and stay at home. The quarterback uses it well. Read option, keeps it, and picks up a first down with some nice running.
They'll try and run forward with Penny. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Rashad Penny with touchdown number 8 on the year. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Bullock good on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's a carry for a former starter. This is Lamar Miller. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Come on, set. 90, Wolf. Nice, sweetheart. Get it.
3rd down, they'll throw with Stick. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Hey, box truck. Hey, watch that, and watch the ball.
Stick looking to throw on 1st and 10. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
I'm coming after you.
On 2nd and 10, it's Stick. Open man is Galladay, complete.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Stick to throw once more. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Have to give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. They were prepared. Ordinarily, when they take the big shot downfield to the big guy, that's usually a mismatch that the offense is used to winning. But the preparation showed for the defense, and they were able to bat it away.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
Well, I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coach. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22 and a half set in 2001. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll kick it away for the second time. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Any weapon. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Shoot up.
They run with Howard. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Ready. 52's the mic. Check. 52's the mic. And we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. No mic 52. Mic 52.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And he locates Walker, complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 17 yards, first down, Vikings. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Jackson. That's caught by Penny. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Jackson from the shotgun. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready up.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Now on 2nd and 13. Stick escaping the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Stick from the gun. He'll get this one to Galladay. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Hey, Charlie! Get it!
They're going to try and throw. This is Johnson. He's got it. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st.
Every play is supposed to get a player's best effort. But on 4th down, that really increases the stakes, doesn't it? What about that catch?
Heck of an effort picking up the first.
And now that team has to be motivated going forward. They just saw a great effort there. They want to make sure it pays off.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
At the Vikings' 47-yard line.
Ready. I got you. Check 99. Ready.
Stick looks to throw it again. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
High 7. Step.
On 3rd down, it's Stick. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. It's caught. Jones. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A nice pickup of 23 on the third down conversion.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Penny, a first down carry. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. On second down, here's Penny. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It goes as a loss of 6. And now third down. 1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Now it's Jackson. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline, because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Go!
Now Stick. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Hey, exit. Here we go again.
On 2nd down, it's Stick. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one, because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth. First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
First down, Lions.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 41.
Hey, team 6. Team 6. Switch.
1st and 10, Stick. To the right and complete to Galladay. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Stick looking to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he gets it down to the 32. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. He'll look to throw. The open man is Smith. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 21. Here's Stick on 1st and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 14-yard line.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. That's complete, right around the 8. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so you know I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play out of while you've got them rocked on there.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high-percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
6-man. Check curls, check curls, check curls.
Now it's Jackson. Complete to Jones. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. From the gun, Jackson, and he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Trey Flowers make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
I'm going back to you.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's going to go down again. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
SOS. Mike 50, Mike 50.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
You got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll throw on 2nd down as Stick. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. 3rd down, they'll throw with Stick. And he's got his tight end, that's Smith. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing.
Stick looking to throw on 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. Johnson's got it complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 1st down Lions on a pickup of 13.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Here we go. Set. 18 Gator. 56.
Now a handoff looking right. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. The corner Ronald Darby comes up to get him.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 11 yards there, 1st down. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5, pickup of 3.
Nice solid game there, partner, but the clock is starting to become his enemy.
Absolutely. Every second right now, more and more precious as it ticks. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Oh, no, lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball, so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 17-yard line.
Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium. That certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost felt like open up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you?
I
loved the defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So for Minnesota, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And they'll get another home date next week as the 49ers will come to town. Meanwhile, for Detroit, it's a loss that could wind up costing them a first-round bye as they dip to 9-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.